Types of bonding and its properties.
Chemical bonds. The interactions of two or more atoms mainly at the outermost shell, energy level. The consequence of these interactions results in a chemical reaction. There are two main types of chemical bonds: ionic bonds and covalent bonds. Ionic bonds are bonds where the transfer of electrons takes place. Let's see how this type of bond works. Here we have a sodium atom which has an atomic number of 11, meaning it has 11 protons in its nucleus and 11 electrons in its shell or energy levels. Shell 1 has 2 electrons. Shell 2 has 8 electrons. Shell 3 has 1 electron. And here we have a chlorine atom, which has an atomic number of 17, so 17 protons, and 17 electrons. It has 2 electrons in shell 1, 8 in shell 2 and 7 in shell 3. Since the sodium atom gave up an electrons, it has 11 protons, which are positively charged, and 10 electrons which are negatively charged. This results in the formation of a sodium ion with a positive charge. Since the chlorine atom gained an electron, and now has 17 protons, and 18 electrons, it is a chloride ion with a negative charge. The positively charged sodium ion is now attracted to the negatively charged chloride ion, and NaCl or table salt is formed. This is an ionic bond. Now for covalent bonds. Covalent bonds are chemical bonds that are formed by the sharing of electrons, one or more pairs of electrons, by the outer energy levels or shell of two atoms. The four major elements of the body, carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, and nitrogen, almost always form covalent bonds by sharing electrons. So, for instance, two hydrogen atoms can bond by sharing a pair of electrons. Hydrogen is one of the exceptions to the octet rule of having 8 electrons in the outer shell, because it only has one shell. Chiara *N O limit 11 STEM a performance task 2.